Before this video begins, I'd like to bring attention to a friend of mine and fellow YouTuber who goes by the name of Demon Angel 13. She's a sweet and talented artist, and I recently commissioned her for this picture of Janna from Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Her style is adorable and her use of colour is bright and fun. I highly encourage you guys to support her work however you can, whether that's by spreading the word about her further, pledging to her Patreon, or commissioning pieces for yourself. It's all up to you, she certainly deserves it though. Some relevant links can be found in the description below. Thanks guys. Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. This time it's another death battle, Tracer vs Scout. Now, I am more than familiar with the Scout as a character. I mean, I saw all the TF2 shorts, meet the characters. I saw but that one where they were terminally ill to do with Valentine's or something. I do not remember the name of it, but it was hilarious. That famous one that went around. I've seen multiple parodies of the series and characters and things that they've appeared in, including the Scout's model being used as a puppet in Gmod videos and stuff. So, with all of this without actually playing the game for myself, because, I just never really got into it. I've been more than content to enjoy all the characters and stuff, but it never seemed like my sort of game to play, so I enjoyed it from the sidelines. On the other hand, I did enjoy Overwatch, and I say did because I'm currently not playing, though I probably will be playing again soon. See, the story with me is that I initially... how long ago did Overwatch come out? Because I have a feeling I got Overwatch this summer just gone, and... it was for the Xbox One, and I was having a decent time. I know that they say that the console experience isn't as good as the PC experience, especially because of decreased reaction time and button response and a myriad of other problems, but I was having a really good time, and I was maining D.Va, and yeah, that's the style of play I like. The infinite gunfire flying around. It was like, oh, this is a lot of fun. But then I started getting, terrible lag every single game, and I was told that a lot of people were suffering that because the Xbox servers and console servers in general just aren't able to cope at the same level that the PC servers are. So I thought, oh crap, I'm not going to be able to play Overwatch for a long time, because the main idea was to get Overwatch on PC for Christmas, which I have. Obviously, I'm a bit lazy, so I've not gotten around to installing it yet, because I'm also working on anthology things, my own reactions, and keeping up with a bunch of other YouTube stuff, so I've not really had much time for gaming lately, though I really do want to try getting back into Overwatch at some point. Maybe even live streaming it once I get confident enough with it. How would you feel about that? Let me know. That kind of thing. So, I'm also a little bit familiar with the characters of Overwatch. I mean, I've seen the shorts. Well, I've seen one short. I know that they'll be pulling information from some of the shorts for this, but I've only seen the one that was in that, museum sort of thing, where we first hear Tracer going things like, "Cheers, love," and the cavalry's here and stuff like that. So I will say I have more of a fondness for Overwatch at the moment, even though I am very fond of both these franchises for different reasons. One being one I've played, one I've enjoyed for the meme factor. So it comes down to it, do I want the game I'm actually into to win, or do I want the character I'm more into to win? Because I'm more into Scout as a character. His Meet the video was probably the best. I appreciated that, especially as a Brit. I'm not saying that he's British, but I'm saying the attitude was very chav Brit, and it was hilarious to me. Including the little finger mark he left on the camera. That was a cool touch. I really love the personalities of the TF2 characters, whereas the Overwatch characters just seem more on the cool side. But they also have some crazy gadgets and weaponry going for them, which may give them an edge against any of the TF2 characters that don't have, some sort of super weapon. That's not even fair on Scout, though, is it? Because obviously there's a lot of power behind his bat. I've seen those videos that people post on YouTube of him just sending someone over the horizon over and over again. So who knows? This might be a case of super strength versus super gadget. So yeah, as you can see, this is conflicting for me on multiple levels, because I seriously don't know who actually has the advantage here. I mean, what's the use of all the power he can swing with if he can't hit the fast Tracer? But then, does Tracer, is Tracer able to put Scout down? It's these sort of things that might depend on the certain context of battle and how they have the choreography play out. So, before I get any deeper into it, I'm going to make sure that they give me all the facts, and then I'll see if I can make up my mind. So, let's find out some stuff. There's bound to be stuff I didn't know about, especially because I've not seen all the shorts.
To be the elite, you must surround yourself with the best of the best. Whether you band together to save the world, or just a worthless
Don't mess with
land.
the best, because the best don't mess.
Team needs a good hit and runner.
Like Tracer, the spunky agent of Overwatch.
And the Scout, the Boston-born merc of Team Fortress.
It's a
He
Boston
wins on a
accent, thank
Wednesday.
you.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Overwatch is so fun, I really do need to play it more.
30 years from the present, mankind would become careless. Their machine servants rose up to fight for freedom, and so began a worldwide war.
But one organization stood between world peace and total chaos. Overwatch. A team
not the
consisting
Avengers.
Of the world's greatest scientists, cyborgs, ninjas, cowboys, and pilots.
Including Lena Oxton, codenamed Tracer. The youngest pilot ever inducted into Overwatch's flight program, Tracer is a free-spirited and fearless flying ace, always laughing in the face of danger.
After helping to secure world peace, no big deal, right? She was
No,
chosen
of course
to test
not.
a new prototype fighter jet, which could teleport.
But then everything went horribly wrong.
As
Instead of
these things
teleporting
do.
From point A to B, the fighter jet accidentally transported her through time.
How do you accidentally create a time machine and put it in a fighter jet?
A word to the
Doggy.
wise. This is why you use animals before moving to human trials, like I always do. Anyway, Tracer essentially existed as a ghost, uncontrollably phasing in and out of time.
Right,
It looked
okay.
like Overwatch's prized pilot would be decommissioned forever.
Until her teammate, good friend, and gorilla scientist Winston made a
Best
special
kind of
technical
scientist.
doohickey to keep her locked in the present.
This chronal accelerator doesn't just anchor Tracer's time displacement, it also gives her two different ways to manipulate her own time flow.
That's
In a
what
near
that's all
instant,
about,
she can
okay.
zoom approximately 23 feet away. This blink ability is not true teleportation, but instead speeds up time only for Tracer while propelling her in any given direction.
What?
She can briefly jump herself forward in time, though from an outside view it looks like a blur.
Got it.
More than that, she can also reverse time for herself with the recall ability.
Yeah,
which
that's
returns
cool.
Tracer's health and spatial position back to where they were a few seconds before. While usually recall only turns back 3 seconds, in some instances she's gone as far back as 15.
Well, thank God her weapons aren't as confusing as that shit. She carries
that
two
annoys so
rapid-fire
many
pulse
players.
pistols as her primary pain dispensers. Each can empty 20 rounds in a single second.
But what the pulse pistols have in power, they sorely lack in range and accuracy.
Good
Uh-huh.
thing she also has her pulse bombs.
That's why
I'll
she
put it
needs to
this
be up
way,
close and
pretty
darting
much
around
anybody
you.
she sticks this
Like a
thing to
troll.
has exactly 2 seconds to make their piece before going to the big capture point in the sky.
Tracer maximizes her unique weaponry with hit-and-run tactics, frustrating her enemies and making her very difficult
She'd
to
be a
take
good
down.
assassin.
Yeah, in addition to blinking and recalling all over the place,
See, she can even
jump
get the drop on
15 feet in
Widowmaker.
the air.
She's disarmed the highly trained and literally cold-blooded assassin, Widowmaker,
Yeah.
protected the Doomfist Gauntlet from theft, and even once avoided a sniper shot from just 30 feet away. A sniper round usually travels almost 1,800 miles per hour.
Here's the
when fired,
science.
meaning Tracer had to react within 1/100th of a second.
Unfortunately, that bullet found another target.
Wow. GG, everyone.
Rest in peace, Robot Gandhi.
Although Tracer is a slippery opponent on the battlefield, her chronal accelerator has its limits. If used too many times in succession, it can overheat, forcing Tracer to wait for a recharge. As her pistols are linked to the accelerator, this can sometimes cause them to overload as well.
Plus, she's a pilot first, and not exactly a crack shot while on foot. If she doesn't
That explains the accuracy.
she's not hitting anything but air.
In spite of that, Tracer doesn't let any of it get her down. Wherever there's danger, she'll be there in a blink of an eye with a cocky smile and a barrage of bullets.
Wait, whatever happened to that time-warping fighter jet?
I don't know.
Lost to time.
Cavalry's here.
In the year
Oh my.
1850, an extremely wealthy entrepreneur passed away, leaving his family land and business to his two sons.
Interesting
But
so
like brothers are
far.
prone to do, they ended up fighting over each other's land right off the bat.
This went on for decades, and then the brothers began recruiting mercenaries to literally wage war.
That's
And
literally
when
what
things
that was
really
about.
got out of control.
Each hired gun contributed with their own specialized expertise.
The sniper killed from afar, the engineer slaughtered with machines, and the heavy mowed people down.
Yeah,
with the
one's a
biggest
profession,
goddamn gun
one's a
they've
mental
ever seen.
sickness.
What kind of sandwiches were they feeding that guy?
But one every man only relied on his cunning, his 2 feet, and a baseball bat.
He's the best
This
one.
was the Scout. Born in Boston, Massachusetts in the 1950s, the mercenary only known as Scout was the runt among 7 older brothers.
And
He's
all
from
of
the
them
streets,
loved to
yo.
wander the town looking for a good fight. Problem was, Scout's brothers were so big and tough, the fights would be over before he could get the chance to throw his own punches.
Desperate to fight alongside his siblings, Scout realized that what he lacked in strength, he could make up for in speed.
So he started running.
Yeah,
and
he has
running,
fast legs.
And running until one day he was fast enough to not only keep up, but get ahead.
Speed was
There's
his moniker
memes
for
about
the
those
first
legs
thing
of
else
his.
Game, and somewhere along the way, he even learned how to jump off of thin air. Suddenly, the pathetic runt of the pack became the smart-mouthed terror of
Grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother.
Bruh, I hurt people.
The only thing he was
Brilliant.
lacking was discipline, which he could get in the military, but that didn't sound like any fun, so he became a mercenary instead. Scout travels light, relying on a lovely shotgun and a baseball bat.
Of course.
Yes, a
I
baseball
forgot
bat.
about the shotgun.
This guy is crazy enough to try and take out a rocket launcher wielding soldier with a pop fly.
which surprisingly works.
Yeah.
Opponents are stunned by the size of his balls, both literally and figuratively, leaving them open for Scout to race up and finish them off with his guns.
Well, he's got a pistol for pinpoint accuracy. Scout's favorite tools for killing are definitely shotguns. The scattergun is a confusing miracle of shotgun engineering that can somehow hold 6 shots in a double barrel and is reloaded via
Oh, don't
divine
question it.
intervention when you pull its lever. It's like the baby of a shotgun rifle and a revolver. But his most
It's pretty
powerful
cool.
gun is the force of nature. A shotgun that only has 2 shots, but kicks so hard it can boost him even higher into the air.
Wow.
Regardless, a well-placed shot can quickly take down almost any other mercenary. To make the force of nature even
That's a good
more
trade-off.
ridiculous, he can strap a can of energy drink. to
Less
a ball
bullets
of
for
atomic
more
punches,
power.
which somehow gives him 5 more mid-air jumps.
That's right. This guy flies with shotguns. But that's not all the soda has to offer. With just a sip of bunk, Scout becomes totally invincible for 8 seconds. But he can't use any of his guns at that time.
Probably
Okay.
due to the shakes. Bonk contains several hundred times
That's
the
what
daily
bonk's
recommended
all
sugar.
about.
An adult male's suggested daily dosage is 25 grams, meaning bonk contains
I thought he
at
literally
minimum
just
11
shouted that out as a
pounds of
sound
sugar.
effect for him hitting
So much
people.
sugar he
Bonk
can't
on
take
the
another
head.
drink for at least 20 seconds.
Unless that's the point
And
and
on
it's
top of
like
that,
a
it's
double
radioactive.
meaning.
You gotta have one tough body to handle that stuff. Tough enough to survive the onslaught of 3 rockets at once, or to swing a baseball bat hard enough to send a guy flying 80 feet away.
Yeah, that's
Possibly
what
due to
gets
long-term
me.
bonk exposure, but testing is still out.
Scout can defeat foes as strong
Killed
as
a
the heavy
bear.
in close quarters combat, run 17 miles an hour for long periods of time, and even kill a bear with nothing but a hot dog suit and Amelia Earhart skeleton. I'm serious.
He
Yeah.
has a knack for
Wow.
avoiding bullets, missiles, and even tentacles from a bread monster.
That's the
but at
story I
the cost
remember.
of wearing little to no armor, making him a glass cannon. And true to his reckless, unrestrained personality, Scout often runs headfirst into battle, regardless of the risk.
But if you
Yeah, that
wanna
could have
take
gone
down
bad.
the Scout, you're gonna have to catch him before he catches you. And that means you too, ladies.
That's right, Fancy Pants, myself. So why don't you take your little failure, roll it up sideways, and... Okay, crap, I gotta go. Screw you, though.
You're awesome, Scout.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this
You're
debate
good
once
luck to
and
whoever
for all.
wins.
But first,
I love them
I'm
both.
pretty hungry. If only there was some sort of amazing service that sent a box full of food and recipes straight to my door. Oh, hey!
Huh.
You know how it is. Researching
Yeah, so
characters
while
making
this
them
goes
fight
on-
to the death is time-consuming.
Just mute that. Yeah, no disrespect, but I feel like I need to make sure I've not missed anything. Yeah, Tracer, of course, has all this manipulation ability, which might even piss Scout off. It's like, would you just let me hit you, you crazy broad? And Scout himself has got a lot of power, though, if he can land some hits. I'm wondering if he can even... I wonder if he does win, will he somehow smash that core so that she isn't stable anymore, and that's how she loses? Like, she just back to not being able to stay in the same spot anymore. I think that might be an option. Yeah, as I say, I like these characters a lot, and while I'm leaning a little bit more towards Scout, I wouldn't mind if Tracer won. Here we go. Where is she? Hey, the briefcase. Of course.
Hey there, hot stuff.
Hello.
Scout, please.
If I told you you had a great bod, would you hold it against me?
Scout, please.
That's nice. I was just leaving.
Yeah, run.
Oh, sure
Run.
thing. Come back anytime. Just put that briefcase back before you go. Thanks.
Sorry, love. Overwatch needs this more than you do.
It's a pretty good voice. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that speed's kind of a problem.
Yo, Putz, how you doing that?
Magic.
Bombs away.
Oh, that's just great.
I appreciate that this is 3D as well.
Supposedly, this stuff will liquefy you
Instead of a
faster
sprite
than
battle.
just one can, but, it's also very handy when you feel like not getting blown up.
That's not very fair.
Listen, sweetheart. I never play fair.
Invincible.
Is that all?
Yep, overtaxing time.
Bollocks.
Bollocks! Oh, you Londoner.
That at the plate. Kids out of the park.
And then... rewind when it comes back.
All right, doll. Fun's over.
Not yet, mate.
Yeah, previous health. Yeah, undo that bit of damage. Because that bat swing did fuck her up. I'm glad that actually happened. You know, it shows she is a normal human despite the powers. That must have hurt those ribs.
Shit.
And Scout can't heal his injuries.
Not this time, Yankee.
Yankee! What if Tracer drank it?
Oh, come on. Give me a...
Is that it?
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, okay. It was a bit too much to expect him
Scout
to...
was
Okay.
fast and tough, but Tracer's unique arsenal and evasiveness pulled her ahead.
Scout's greatest feat was potentially surviving an assault from 3 rockets at once. However, the rocket's point of impact is never directly shown, and since
a mine on the back, yeah, that's game over.
It's unreasonable to assume this was any different.
Scout could sprint up to 17 miles an hour for an extended period of time, which is slightly faster than the average human's 15 miles per hour. But Tracer's natural reactive instinct gave her the edge. For example, avoiding that sniper round from 30 feet away means she can react 25 times faster than the vast majority of other human beings.
Which explains that the only real hit she took was when she was malfunctioning. Yeah.
Even when she couldn't, her recall ability not only helped her survive, but effectively ruined any of Scout's elements of surprise.
This allowed Tracer plenty of opportunities to take him out.
And just like that, Scout was gone, without a trace.
The winner
Alright.
Tracer.
Yeah, that's fine. I have no issues with this. It said, yeah, I suppose that if you sat down and objectively thought about it, that's the conclusion that anyone would come to, that she's just got the superior tech reflexes and, you know, ability that, you know, the direct approach of Scout it would just wear down. He'd put up some sort of fight. As he did, he managed to get this big swing in on her, but it would only be a matter of time before Tracer outlasted him, and that's exactly what happened. Yes, her power was overtaxed and she got hit, but that's easily fixable with the rewind because Scout wasn't quick enough to finish her off. And that's all it comes down to. She is just that tough, and she is one of the biggest banes for online players of Overwatch. So I don't think that she'd be very contested if she was in the Team Fortress 2 game. She'd do that to all of them. That's what I think. But yeah, no issues with this. That was actually pretty entertaining with the way that they choreographed it to make Scout last as long as he did. And I learned some new things. So, yeah, I'm very happy with this. Very happy. So, yeah, I think the next battle is... I don't have my list. Oh well, you'll know in 2 days' time. I think I said which ones I'm reacting to in one of the previous Death Battle reactions anyway, so I'll just forget that train of thought. So, yeah, I guess all that's left to say is I'll see you guys next time.